All right, so I guess we gotta sit close, romantic like. Get back to this method. So, hey, welcome back. The grand return of the fucking Prison Wallets podcast, where we've been gone for a mere many fucking years.
Yeah, what used to be a bi-weekly or monthly thing ended up being I don't know, bi-decade type thing.
Yeah, so I guess we'll look at it like a mini series. This is our new mini series return. Although we still do have some episodes that I just haven't edited yet, because you know what? I'm gonna blame COVID. It's all COVID's fault for everything.
Slacker.
Yeah. So I just wanted to jump into this movie because I was just meaning to watch this anyway. So I was like, hey, hanging out with my good friend Ray. I'm Keith, by the way. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with our fucking podcast.
And I'm Ray. We do this fucking shitty podcast.
So I've been meaning to watch this movie called Haunt Season because there's this guy, Jake Jarvie, who I used to watch this YouTube series that he did. I'm seeing now on YouTube that these videos of it are from 13 years ago, 9 years ago. It's an old ass YouTube series, but it was like a superhero thing. And it was just, it was neat for old school YouTube, kind of a neat thing. So I've just been kind of keeping up with this guy vaguely. And he just put out a movie this year called Haunt Season that I don't know shit about, but it's on Tubi. So we're going to watch it on Tubi. And yeah, it's just neat to see that this guy who... It's called Platoon of Power Squadron was his show. So I don't know what to expect out of this because this is also that weird age now where there's so many streaming services and so many, just so many movies come out that no one, it's like, what even are these? And I have a feeling this movie is one of those.
Yeah, and this wasn't even a little bit on my radar. So this should be a different sort of experiment.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have any big expectations or anything, but this guy's show, for what it was, for a YouTube show, was really good. And even though I haven't watched his movie yet, I've just been following his updates about it. And that's really interesting. If anybody wants to know about distributing a film, his main channel is called Pineapple Boy Films. And he did a video where he walked through everything you need. It was really neat. So they filmed this movie and then they sold it to distributors, but just how much work there still is to do. He described how for different markets, all the different subtitle tracks you need and the formatting for that, and how you have to give them a version of the movie that still has the background sound but not the vocals, so that they can dub it over in different countries. And they didn't have that. They had to go in and replace sound effects and things because it wasn't ready. Just a lot of details like that are interesting.
But judging by the amount of viewers and subscribers this guy has, is it even worth the effort for the 13 people that are going to watch it?
Yeah, well, apparently, though, that's the thing is, that's interesting, too. This level of, this is basically the bottom of the film industry. I don't know that you can get much, no offense, Jake Jarvie, but I don't know that you can get much lower down than this, If it got a theatrical release, it was very minor. And yeah, it is just this movie that I don't know if a physical version, maybe it exists, I don't know, but it's just a streaming movie. However, he's got his deal set up. Right now he's filming his second movie, which is not a horror movie. Next time it's a romance movie. But just that you can do this. Even if you're just nobody. You're nobody and no one cares about you. No offense, Jake Jarvie. And you can still, this can be your life. If you just want to be a director, you don't have to be freaking Spielberg. You can be Jake freaking Jarvie and you can still have a career. However, I think it's notable that I'm going to show you just a little clip from Platoon or Power Squadron to show you what his YouTube show was like, but that it was from 9 years ago and his movie only came out in 2024. That's a long grind, man. You really got to want it. So got to give him credit for that no matter how this turns out. He fucking wanted it and he never gave up.
I mean, look at Rob Zombie when Rob Zombie first started after, leaving White Zombie or whatever. I remember seeing the trailer for House of a Thousand Corpses when I went to see Bride of Chucky in the theater. And then you didn't hear anything else about that shit until it finally popped up 5-6 years later, something like that. The movie had been complete, but no one wanted to put it out, mostly because he's got a bad attitude. But anyway...
Yeah, and then in this case, I don't really know a ton about it, about the behind-the-scenes stuff necessarily, but I don't know, it's here now. He made it. He made it on some level, and who knows, maybe someday he'll become a real boy. He'll become a big-time director, but even if he never does, I feel even just, you just never really think about all these movies that are just popping up on Shudder or whatever, or Amazon Prime, or just who the fuck makes these? Where do they come from? So at least in this one case, this is where it came from. It came from this YouTube guy who never quit.
Good for him.
So yeah, let me just show you. I'll just show you this video intro to Platoon or Power Squadron in a minute and a half, just so you can get a sense of what he was doing on YouTube 9 years ago.
We're superheroes.
No, we have superpowers. There's a difference.
Energy ball!
I can multiply myself. Tetris! Yeah.
Can you ever even beat yourself?
Not easy.
4. Don't call me that. I'm not the fourth you. I'm the first me. You can stop time. That's amazing.
It's dangerous.
I know that you like me.
Yeah, maybe I have feelings for you, but how am I supposed to know if those feelings come from me when I know that you can make me feel how you want me to feel when you want me to feel it?
How can you have so much power and not do anything about it?
You've seen what happens when I use it?
You know what I feel like was probably more useful about that or whatever of him doing this little YouTube show was because it really, watching that again, it's giving me big Clerks vibes of like just hire whoever's around, hire whoever's local to you that will show up to your thing.
Right. The acting didn't look, I don't know, what would the right word be? Competent or stable.
Yeah, I think those are both fair descriptions. But just the fact that, because that thing ran for years and like he put out many episodes. So I think it's probably like, it was probably valuable just for that, to prove that this guy can hold a project together. Like if we give him some money to make a movie, he actually will do it. And theoretically, with this movie, even though it is just a streaming whatever movie, it's still like way above a random YouTube show. So theoretically, it'll have like real actors in it. I guess we'll see.
I'm curious to see if in this horror movie they use the same shitty glowing eyes effect.
Yeah, or just the terrible fonts that are all just like the worst thing ever. Oh, I guess I do have one piece of trivia about this movie. Is it's called Haunt Season, but the original name was Spook House, and they had to change it because he didn't realize that, especially with different markets and whatever, that that's like an old-timey racist term. You know, like calling, again, it's so old, but just like, you can't say the word spook. And he's like, are you kidding? Like, obviously I mean it about like Halloween. And they're like, look, can you just change the name? So he did.
Good for him.
You're not canceled yet, Jake. So yeah, so let's just switch over to Tubi then. Let's watch this motherfucking movie. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this on my own like a big boy. I don't know how to use an Xbox or a PlayStation or anything. I'm amazed I figured this out earlier. Wait, it's probably right there, right? There it is, Haunt Season. So yeah, watch along with us if you got Tubi.
You want us to wait?
I'll catch up.
Jace?
No fucking way, guys! I am not doing this! Stop.
So I was just thinking, even though that is the first thing we've recorded back for this new series of podcasts, let's not make this our first podcast back because I don't want to start with this boring ass movie.
Yeah, this definitely is not a triumphant comeback. So yeah, it definitely should be like, second or third or something like that.
Yeah, whatever we watch next, we'll make that the first one. And then this, because yeah, I really, especially because you were just showing me, because like I haven't been back in Toronto between COVID and then I was traveling. So I haven't been back in Toronto in years, like 5 years. So Ray was showing me like his new updated curated collection. Honestly, one of the best, coolest movie collections I've ever seen in my life. Anything off your shelf would have been a good choice. And instead, I'm like, oh, wait a sec. Let's go watch this fucking Tubi movie because I used to watch this guy's YouTube channel. I fucked up, man.
I mean, what do you do? Like, you followed the stuff. You didn't see the movie, so you can't really say whether it's good or not to begin with. Yeah, I mean, not to, like, brag about my movie collection or anything, but it's like extremely curated. It's literally like almost 1,000 movies of nothing but horror and cult movies. And yeah, I think almost anything would have been better than Haunt Season.
Yeah, like, well, I was saying to you before too, like I was saying like if I was just in your house, like house sitting, but to even take it a step further, what if it was like an apocalypse out there and we're not allowed to leave and this is all we got? All we got is your movies. Like, great, start at the beginning, watch every single one of them. But yeah, no, I brought us this. So yeah, I really am, I feel bad about it because I do like this guy's YouTube stuff so much. And it's a small enough movie. Who knows? Maybe he'll be Googling himself. Maybe he'll find this. But I don't know what to say nice about that movie. I thought it was so fucking boring and pointless and lame. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it really, like, I mean, it didn't do anything at all, like, original or unoriginal. Like, it was a pointless, easily forgettable movie. And, like, I think that this guy asking people to go on Letterboxd and, like, leave a review about this is a big mistake, because I'm going to. I review everything, and I am going to tear this shit up.
Yeah, I would. What is it out of? Is it out of like 10 on Letterboxd?
No, it's, I don't know if it's 4 or 5. I mean...
Oh, star-wise, like, yeah, because, like, out of stars, like, I don't know how I could give it more than 1. I feel like I'd be generous to give it 2. Like, why would I give it 2 except to be kind to the guy? Like, what is there? So yeah, basically, for anyone who hasn't seen this film, I'll do the quick recap. Is not necessarily the worst idea in the world, that it's a haunted house, and the guy who runs the haunted house decides he's going to kill some people, and he can blur the line.
Yeah, it's out of 5.
Out of 5, yeah. So, I mean, I'd give it a 1. What would you give it?
I'm going to give it a half.
Oh, you can do halves. So that is still, I guess I'm still being generous. I'll give it a 1.
I think you can actually give it none. Like, I could give it none, but again, like I mentioned while we were watching this, Bile, there were things that I thought were redeeming about it. Like, the editing was actually pretty decent, and the atmosphere was also fairly decent in at least half of the movie. And it was just, the biggest problem was the writing, the actors, the dialogue.
Yeah, it's really surprising too, because obviously, his old YouTube show was not, you didn't watch it because of the amazing production. It was because it was interesting. And I know for a fact that this dude is a big, specifically Buffy and Gilmore Girls, both shows that are known for their clever, fancy dialogue, that, like, even if you don't like those shows much, like, they're entertaining, if for nothing else, just to hear people with their crazy, complex, interesting dialogue. This is the most boring dialogue I've seen this guy write ever in my life. It is just, there was nothing going on.
This is sort of like, I mean, if this guy's such a big Buffy fan, this is the sort of thing that Joss Whedon would churn out if he were lobotomized first.
Well, even it's listed here as horror, comedy. What do you mean comedy? Did I miss the fucking comedy? I mean, I'll give it horror. A bunch of people got stabbed eventually, but it was not fucking comedy. Are you kidding me?
No, there is comedy to it, because the comedy is that you were tricked into watching it. That's the funny part.
Yeah, and like, there was, I mean, it's hard for any horror movie not to have a good climax. So there's like 10 minutes at the end where the killer guy's stalking around the haunted house, and the music's cool, and the lighting is crazy, and he's stabbing a bunch of people. It's like, yeah, all right. That wasn't 10 minutes of my life I regret. But the other hour and 10 minutes I do regret.
But I mean, this guy is a director. I mean, I have personally seen more horror movies than I can even imagine. And like, a rookie mistake like the director having some murdered people on the floor, and you can clearly see them like their chests moving because they're breathing. Like, come on, man.
And you were mentioning too, that I think it was that same scene. He tosses in the severed arm, and it just, like, it's clearly just rubber. It like bounces.
Yeah, barely. It was almost like it was made of like a styrofoam, because it sort of wafted down. It didn't really fall. Didn't, just so poorly done. I mean, I don't want to drag this guy through the dirt or anything. He dragged himself through the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still glad that he pulled himself at least to this rung of, he did get a movie done, and he got a movie made, and yeah, he's currently working on his next movie, which is like a rom-com, which is like, okay, good, move on, try something else. Like, I'm happy for him. But yeah, I couldn't recommend that to anybody ever. Like, the whole time we just spent watching the movie trying to come up with like, well, what if you did this, or what if you did that? Just anything to make it more interesting. And I mean, it's not even worth going through. We should just move on to another movie and stop talking about this fucking film.
Yeah, so I mean, How did we used to rate our shit? I don't remember now.
We did try various things, but I think personally, I just kind of fell onto a pass fail, and yeah, so obviously a fail.
Yeah, 100% a fail. Like, I don't recommend anybody watch this ever.
Like even, I mean, if I'm really not feeling charitable towards something, sometimes I'll think like, well, you could at least cut it together into like a cool music video. I don't even, maybe, I don't know. I think you could cut this together into a cool 45 seconds. Not even a whole 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, this is an hour and 22 minutes, and I would say that it's an hour too long.
Yeah, well, I guess that's one thing we can bring up because it is funny. This is my first Tubi film, so I was like, oh, I didn't know there was commercials on Tubi. But that was kind of interesting because then every time a commercial would hit, we could briefly see where we were at in the movie. And it's like I literally was shocked when I came back from the bathroom and you guys were like, hey, we're 45 minutes in. I was like, are you kidding? This should be 10 minutes in for what amount of stuff has happened. Nothing has fucking happened. And then at the end, so spoilers for this film, but I don't think this guy's going to go down as as a new horror fucking icon.
Auteur.
Yeah, I mean, even like the character, the murderer in the movie, because it was a little bit explained, but it's just like he believes in some kind of sacrifice cult from ancient literature. So not only is he a crazy guy who wants to kill people, make Halloween real, but he does this little thing where he puts blood on them. He marks them with blood, and that, I guess, is like, helps him with his... But we don't even learn about that. Like, we don't get to... Like, maybe if she had found the ancient tome that he read and learned about his crazy ideas, that if he kills enough people by doing the ritual, he'll ascend to Valhalla or something. Nothing. We just got nothing.
Yeah, overall, I mean, the story wasn't fleshed out well enough. The dialogue certainly wasn't polished. Whoever did the casting... I mean, I assume the director did the casting himself because, like, any person who normally does casting isn't going to bring together such a boring, bland, unfocused group of people to make this movie. But, like, ultimately, I put the blame on the director.
Yeah, because it's actually been a while. Like, even in this modern flood, like, we're in the media flood now where it's just, like, crazy how many movies there are out there. But even at this point, the bar is raised high enough that it's been a long time since I remember watching actors and just always feeling like I'm watching actors. Like, I always just felt like it was people delivering lines of dialogue. And I don't know, even in low budget movies, I don't usually feel like that anymore. I feel like we've moved beyond that. People at least can speak naturally in movies. That's not asking too much, I don't think.
So I guess overall, Haunt Season, we both give it a fail. If you want to watch it, then it's your fucking funeral. I don't recommend you do. That's all I've got to say about it. It's crap.
Yeah, I guess I'd still say his old series, Platoon of Power Squadron, is way better than this. Way more clever, way more interesting. But even if you're not into watching old, YouTube superhero shows, his behind-the-scenes stuff on his YouTube channel is still interesting because he really does go into the nuts and bolts of selling a movie and all the stuff that goes into that more than, it's like Kevin Smith used to do that type of stuff, and he doesn't so much anymore, but it's similar to that. Like, if you're interested in the behind the scenes of how do you get a movie on Tubi, he's got a lot there for you. But I legitimately think you could listen to that stuff and you don't need to watch the movie. Don't even bother. Who cares? Maybe watch the movie as inspiration of like, wow.
What not to do.
Yeah, or like if this guy sold this fucking movie, I could sell a movie. I could make a movie like this. I could make a movie better than this. Yeah, did not like it. I'm so, if you ever, I hope you'd never listen to this, Jake Jarvie. I don't want you to feel bad. I do. I like this guy a lot. I didn't like this movie even a little.
Jake Jarvie owes me a fucking apology.
Yeah, like we can't even ask for our money back. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck. Welcome back, right? Let's watch a good movie now.
Yeah, let's find something cool.